Paints, dyes, they're at the heart of chemistry. I've always been interested in them, especially red. And there's some controversy about some red colors. I'm talking about food dyes, especially the red ones. Recently, California had a big issue with red dye number 3. It actually made it illegal starting in 2027. Well, I've been looking into this, just what the basis is for all of this worry about red dye number 3. And it really comes from some experiments in rats. Rats were fed very high doses of these, and in some cases, there were problems with their thyroid glands. Anyway, I don't think it's particularly relevant to humans, but I don't particularly favor food dyes. We don't need them. They're just there for cosmetic reasons. We can certainly live without them. But when I was looking into this business of the red food dye, and of course these days you go on the net and you Google and you see what comes up, and believe it or not, I was directed to Michelangelo, of all people, when I was looking for thyroid issues. And I come across a sketch that he made of himself. It is one of the only self-portraits that Michelangelo, the great artist, made. And this is a self-portrait of him painting the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. And of course, he was commissioned to do that in 1508 by Pope Julius. And what is interesting about this is that it seems that he has a goiter, that is, a swollen neck. And papers have been written about this, whether or not he really meant to depict himself as having goiter. Why would he even think about this? Because when he made this sketch, he wrote a little poem along with it. There's the poem. So he certainly was aware of goiter, and I think he may have had the idea that the constant stretching that he had to do when he was painting the Sistine Chapel resulted in goiter. That, of course, is wrong. You don't get a swollen thyroid gland from stretching your neck. Anyway, it was a very interesting kind of connection. And so this business about cats in Lombardy, that kind of amused me. And when I was in Milan, which is the capital of Lombardy, I actually went around looking for cats to see whether or not they had goiter, swollen necks. I never found any. But nevertheless, I did follow up, on the possibility of Michelangelo. And then, you start looking in, you do some more research, and you come across some really interesting things. When he painted the Sistine Chapel, and of course, this is one of the famous panels of the Sistine Chapel. This is the creation when God is giving life to Adam. But there's something that is hidden here, at least according to some art critics, and that is the shape here behind God, which looks like the brain. And it seems that Michelangelo is giving, or as portraying God, giving a brain to Adam. It's interesting. And he was well known to kind of paint mysterious images, or incorporate them into his works of art, because he never actually signed his works of art. So he let it be known that he was the artist in mysterious ways. For example, here, not only does this look like a brain being given to Adam, but when we take a look at the image of God here giving the brain to Adam, and we twist it, what do we come up with? It looks like Michelangelo. So maybe this was the way that he signed the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. That's him